Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Univ. Today we'll be looking through paradoxes. Are you ready to get going? Before that, subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. Stay till the end to learn something new today. Think for a while. What do you know about paradox? Do we all come across these paradoxes frequently? Is it necessary to know about various paradoxes? What is the role of paradox in science and in daily life? Let me tell you an incident of my life. I think it was when I was around 8. I was watching my favorite cartoon and I see an advertisement of Kinder Joy. It was a night and I got so crazy that I yelled at my parents for a long time to get me that. You know something? I guess that whole night I was thinking of it. My dad promised me to get me one the next morning, and so did that happen. When it came in front of me, I was not at all in want of it anymore. I gave it to my younger brother. Later, when I grew up, I realized how stupid sometimes we can behave, and I laughed at myself. There is some saying that the chase is better than the catch. Yeah. The more something or someone is available, the less you want it, and vice versa. Also, similarly, the more you fail, the more you are getting towards your success. These contradictory statements are seen everywhere in our life. Tell one of your experiences with paradoxes in the comment section. Now, check these statements. You like to be alone and hate to feel lonely. The more afraid you are of death, the less you will be able to enjoy life. The more you learn, the more you realize how little you know. The more choices you have, the less satisfied you will be. What do you now understand about a paradox? Technically, a paradox is defined as a seemingly absurd or self-contrasting statement that is considered to be true and untrue at the same time. Anyways, in simple terms, it is some contradictory statement which can't be certain. I assume some of the questions which were asked in the beginning are clear now. Now let's go to the other part of this video, which is the most fascinating one. Role of paradoxes in science. A paradox in science is a situation or a statement that leads to two different results which are more or less equally probable to take place. These paradoxes are constantly increasing in the field of science, with more scientists working on theorems and theories. There are many paradoxes than we can ever imagine, but in this little span of time, I don't think it is possible to discuss about them all. We'll examine and classify paradoxes in brief and look through 5 intriguing paradoxes in depth. Essentially, on a wider scale, there are 3 categories of paradoxes, and they are falsidical, veridical, and antinomy. Falsidical is simply a paradox logically based on falsehood. Veridical is something which appears strange but in fact is based on truth. Antinomy is a contradiction between two principles which seem equally correct. Examples of paradoxes in science include barbershop paradox, drinker paradox, lottery paradox, temperature paradox, berry paradox, Pinocchio paradox, liar paradox, Richard's paradox, friendship paradox, accuracy paradox, Bertrand's paradox, birthday problem, Hilbert's paradox of Grand Hotel, Galileo's paradox, Coastline paradox, Inventor's paradox, prisoner's dilemma, arrow paradox, D'Alembert's paradox, elevator paradox, Schrodinger's cat paradox, Mpemba effect, glucose paradox, grandfather paradox, gender paradox, observer's paradox, and many more. A paradox can be on logic, mathematics, physics, biology, chemistry, time travel, philosophy, economics, perception, psychology, sociology, politics, statistics, artificial intelligence, etc. As said earlier, we'll be learning 5 most popular paradoxes, of which few of them might be already known to you. Number 1. The Grandfather Paradox. It is a subpart of temporal paradox, which basically is with the thought that what happens when a time traveler does things in past that prevent them from doing them in the first place. Polchinski's paradox and Hitler's murder paradox are also a part of this temporal paradox. The Grandfather paradox describes that if one traveler goes back in time and kills their grandfather before he conceives one of their parents, which would lead the traveler not to be present. If they are not present, how would they go and kill their grandpa? This forms a loop. Hence, people tell time travel to past being impossible. Few tell time travel is possible, but no changes should be made, else this would lead to a different world, which is sometimes termed as butterfly effect. Mobius strip concept is also considered to be a solution to this paradox. We are in a world of 3 dimensions where higher dimensions do exist. So I feel solutions to these time travel paradoxes could lie somewhere around higher dimensions and simulation theory. Number 2. Hilbert's paradox of Grand Hotel. This is also known as an infinite hotel paradox or Hilbert's hotel, which is also a thought experiment which goes like, for a hotel with infinite rooms, with all rooms being occupied, if one more new guest comes into the hotel, they can still provide a room in hotel. The first person is moved to the second room and the second person to the third room and so on. Then first room can be given to the new person, which simply tells infinity plus 1 is equal to infinity. This equation is equally contrasting to infinity is not a defined number. It is a non-unique, non-constant, non-numerical cardinal number. How can an arithmetic operation be performed between a fixed number and a cardinal? It should in fact be an undefined operation, right? That's the Hilbert's paradox. Oh my god, I forgot to look at the timeline. It's already been 8 minutes. Guess the remaining 3 paradoxes will be explained in my next video. Meanwhile, I would like you to comment on the paradoxes which you are really intrigued to know about. I'll try to include them in my next video. That's all for the day. Hope you all had a good time. See you in the next video.